So Emma, we're going to start from the standing position, and this is just a bit of a drill to get us in the habit of the tag down and start the fight. So we're going to touch hands, fist bump. Now, the concept on this one is you want to get lower than your partner. Grab, sit down. So, we're going to touch hands. Now, here, grab, sit guard. Any front guard. Get full guard, it's good. Spider guard, good. Open guard, it's good. Two rules. You must have contact with your partner's gi before you sit down or as you're sitting down. This is illegal. Okay. Right, you must make contact holding the gi. Secondly, is I can fake it and then shoot for the takedown as well if I want to. Right, if she thinks she's going to tap my leg or jump it, I'll look for the takedown instead. So, 1, 2, row, grab, pull guard. And just from here, 2 or 3 seconds, just have a little bit of a play around, then start again, then the other person will pull guard. So one person pulls guard, then the other person pulls the guard. 1, 2, 3.
Just one question.
Yes.
So then, when you are in the form, do you think this is better than trying to go for the takedown?
It's an option.
I've seen your company in the videos, and you seem to be doing that a lot rather than a conventional. So it's just because you don't get the ball like that.
No, but my guard's really good.
Ah, okay, so you play the
My guard's really good. So the reason I'm offside, I won't put on hip, I can control you. I can use the pendulum motion to control. So what we're trying to do now is we touch hands again. Go fresh partner, 1, 2, 3. Emma. Oh, Emma. Sorry, Emma. I love you as well, don't get me wrong. Like I said, oh my God. I just love that song. Oh my baby, okay, so from here, I don't know, I'm terrible. It's like teaching jiu-jitsu. I have no other life skills apart from jiu-jitsu. Back me up? Yeah. Wow, okay. Combat stance. Combat stance. Basically like the firing the gun. Combat stance. Hence the reason behind it. Your heel is always back behind your knee. So you have driving power. Your toes always up. You never flat. So here. This will help absorb the shock. If you're flat, you've got nowhere to go. Okay, slow motion from here. We touch hands, boom. Emma goes nice and low. And she's going to pull to guard. So as soon as she pulls to guard, I go to what? Combat stance. I've got to get here as fast as I can. My butt has to go as low as I can to my heels. I don't want this distance where she can race. Or the closest distance up. So it's harder for her to attack me because there's no more momentum. And again. So we're going to go nice and slow. Touch hands from here as she grips and pulls. We're going to go to combat stance. I'm matching her height. Got it? So I'm low as I possibly can. I've got my grips. I'm trying to stop the guard pull. Trying to get to a good position. Who would like to see that one more time?
Does it matter where you put your feet?
I don't have a choice. It's how she pulls guard. But my lead leg's high. If my other leg's high, I've got no base, I'll get swept. So my lead leg's high. I'd rather that she goes to a Della heave than a sweep. I'll explain. So again, sorry, babe, up and down. Here. Smash right. Okay.
I see the width of your knees to your shoulders.
Shoulders. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go. 2 minutes. So I've done the guard pull. She goes to combat stance. So the downfall about it is I need to put something, a roadblock in the way to stop her from passing through my guard. Does that make sense? So her knees over my leg, I can't sweep her. Anytime I bring that down low, her knee smashes the ground and she goes to half guard or guard pass. So it's very important that you guys understand, anytime that her knee is over my leg, right, this is guard pass territory. This isn't sweep territory. So the easiest way I know is I don't lose my grip. I'm going to go like this. I create distance by putting my right foot on the ground and do what I call a knee smash. Knee smash. And I'm trying to create distance. So from here, I've done the guard pull, she's in combat stance. I got this. I can drive off the hip or off the ground. I go here, I put my knee in. As Emma tries to pass guard forward, I keep the distance. She can do what she wants to do. For me, my goal is this. I just got full guard. I'm not greedy. So we're going to start. Here. Like we've pulled the guard, she goes to combat stance. Distance management, first fall. Kick it, yes you can, knee comes through, extend. Kick, so I make her weight go backwards. That means that this is now free to move because the knee's behind my leg. If her knee's over my leg, she'll win the fight. So first things first, kick, knee shield, retract, create space, go to guard. Make sure you keep this super tight. Once I'm in guard, raise my hips, get the connection. And again, so here, she's got combat stance. So I can say, left leg heavy, over my right leg. I'm not too concerned about my grips, but I do want to have grips. Distance management, whether it's here or whether it's here, it does the same job. Get that knee backwards. Make sure she can't come back in. I'm on my side. Pull the arm, put my leg through, kick. One, so if we're here and I'll pull guard and Emma's legs on the outside. Put my weight on my right leg, kick, knee shield, pull my leg out. I'm doing the same. Even to the stage where I'm here. Off the camera, that is. So this is how I've done the worst guard pull in history. And both legs are hard. So I go, kick it, pull, yeah. So, pull. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Down my guard. And we're going to play a very specific scenario. So from here, she's popped her knee and I'm in this position from here. What I'm going to do is I want to try and keep the learn is keep the monkey behind the glass. So I'm trying not to extend past the boundaries, and I'm also trying not to move and give her the ability to open up. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the contact but move my head away. Does that make sense? So I don't kind of go ha-ha and she goes, well, I just punch it down, right? So here, first things first is this. She's got two ways of dealing with this as a general. She's going to try and crush it to come around the guard. That's arguably the most common. Or she's going to try and weave her right elbow through or around. So that's option one. Or she'll swing her elbow on this side and separate it. Okay. So I'm going to deal with the crush first of all. Watch carefully. Is as soon as I've got my grips, as soon as I feel my partner drop away and crush, I go on the shoulder and out the frame across her throat. Right. So I've got an obstacle. What I'm going to do for me is I'm going to take my whole body this way. What? Frame crushes, frame. So think about this process. I take my body here and I use this. She might not fall over, but I'm going to get the ability to regard. So a lot of people when they're here, right, if Amanda drops the weight onto me, by pushing backwards, I'm compressing, that helps her. Because I'm giving her space to compress the leg. But she wants to go around my guard, so think about this way, so I go, well, I'm not going to let you go around, I'm going to beat you here. So she'll put a weight on me and go, ha, and now I've got my knee, then I can keep her at bay. I'm stronger here, and I don't give her a landing platform. So what I found for me is, when we're here and I've got the controls, she drops her weight, frame, the first thing I do is I go here and I'll move, pop. So this gives me that ability to regard. Worst comes to worst, regard. I may get to sleep, but you're most likely to get your regard. How do I move? Okay, so here she crushes me because she's so friggin' heavy. Watch. Foot, hip. Foot, hip, lift. Leg, pop. Play the game. Ideally, I want to go to this side now. I want this. Ideally, that would be my next move. Okay. Emma, grab you please. Thank you, that's awesome. So here, she drops her weight, crushes, frame. So I'm on her major or second major lever, her shoulders. I'm not trying to push into her throat. I'm just keeping the monkey behind the glass. So if she backs off, my frame system doesn't fall. I don't want to extend my frame system. I like to keep my frame system in. She drops her weight. Okay, so toes, hips, knee. It's a really nice mechanic to put them off balance. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We've got to the same position again, and I've got my knee shield, and she laces my legs. Does that make sense? So she's trying to basically get the separation. What I'm going to do from here, what I mean by separation is that she can pull over that, pull my leg down, and then has separation from my body and my legs. I only do two things. I'm going to cup over, and I don't particularly care whether I grab the wrist or whether I grab the gi. In my opinion, the wrist is better, but it doesn't kind of matter. As Amanda puts her weight on me, from me, it's just I only do two things. I bring my left knee to my chest as deep as I can, and I take my head low. She'll generally kind of go, I'll grab Adam's head, lift, and this. So the deal is, I've got to make her commit the hand deep. And I want to kind of go, ha ha, and she goes, okay, I want to trap. So I kind of come to here. Yeah, so now, this is the beauty about it. Let's just say that she's super strong, which she is. I'll use the legs and I just come over. Opposite way. So I can roll her over to the armbar, I can roll over to the top position. I keep this pinned and then just go to her throat. So The part that people make a mistake when they do this is that they let the person go too deep. So from here is, I don't want that compressed. Yeah, so I keep the tension. So I don't want any tighter than like a fist distance. Anything less than that, I'll take my own power away. For me, what I do is this, is I duck my head. As she reaches the hand over to control, I lift my knee. And now I've got the option to keep her at bay if I want to. The downfall about it is I'm just delaying the inevitable. So what I'm trying to do is I duck my head here. And now, because I'm on this side, my knee, where if my head's on this side, I'm pushing her that way. My head's on this side, I'm using that. Take down one. Does everyone understand the head position concept? If you don't, just put your hand up.
I am not ready yet.
Okay, Josh, come here. So he laces my legs. Okay. So if my head is this side of my knee, when I flare my knee, all I'm ever going to do is push my partner backwards because I'm not underneath my partner. When my head is this side, he puts his weight on me, I'm underneath my partner. So when I lift my knee,
Are you pushing off with that on the foot as well?
don't need to, it's more a stabiliser. And the other option, and this one is a little bit more difficult to do, it's when they're here and I get compressed too much and Josh comes over and he compresses, I'm like, man. So what I'm going to do for me is I take the leg this way, I just take the sweep. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
What if Josh falls? What if Josh falls out?
Okay, Omar, come here. If Josh falls out, just very quick, come here, Omar. So if we're here, see, this to me is like, if he's heavy, I do this, my favourite technique. Not because of where he is. Get your mind out of the gutter. I let him push in a little bit. I push the head, swing. So, here. If I'm here and he's got hold of my legs, I'm like, man, I can't get it out. Cool. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because I was like, you know.